I'm back with the new concept of Scratch, and today we will learn about the game creation. So it's very exciting to know about the how we can create our own games. Yes, you can create your own games by using the Scratch. Yes, so don't waste time. Let's start.
So start with the chapter 7, Introduction to Game Creation. We will create a maze game today. A maze is a type of puzzle game. So in this game, how we can play this maze game? Here a sprite is moved with the help of arrow keys. The game begins from the start position, and while moving, if the sprite touches any red line or boundary, the game restart. So let's start to create a game using the Scratch. To open the Scratch, just write on the browser Scratch 3.0. Now open the Scratch Studio by using the website, that is scratch.mit.edu. Okay, and then create your own project. Click on the create, and now you will get a screen like this. So firstly, our first step is to create a maze game is create the background. So for the background, we need to use the backdrop. Choose the backdrop. Here we need to use paint option. And now we need to use the, initially we need to use start, circle and end circle for the game, for the position. Now write in the circle using the text tool, that is start, adjust the circle and text. Now change the color first. It should be any color where your text can be easily visible to you. Okay, so like this. So like this, adjust your text, that is start, and now same with the end. So here is end. You need to adjust the text in the oval shape. Now, so this is for the starting point and the end point of the game. Okay, now our next task is to insert the lines. So we need to insert the lines, we need to increase the thickness, and then we can also use any color. Okay, so we can choose any color, like we need to use this. Okay, so just press on the shift key to create a straight line. Okay, like this. And now from the above top, make a line like this. Again from the bottom like this, and again from the top like this, and again from the bottom side like if anything wrong, you can erase also by using the eraser option. So if you are feeling that your line is cutting the end, so you can also erase that line, and you can adjust your line accordingly like this. Again, pick the pencil and then from here and from the top like this, and again from the bottom like this. Okay, so this is your background for the project. Okay, our next task is to change the sprite. So you can change the sprite by choosing a sprite from the library. So any sprite you can choose, like I like the sprite. Whatever you like you can use. I like this gobo. I like this sprite, and before using the another sprite you can remove the previously sprite, that is cat, that is by default sprite in your scratch window. Okay, so this is of big size. You can also reduce the size, like here is written 100, you can give it to 50. Okay, so you can check like it can move without touching the line, because we need, our game will be complete when it will be come across to the window to the end without touching the line. So we need to set our sprite size accordingly, that so that our sprite can move comfortably. Okay, so our next step is to write the coding now, and if anything you want to make changes in the backdrop, so you can do like my backdrop here. If you want to make any changes you can do this. Okay, so this is your backdrop for the game. Now our next step is to write the coding for the game. Okay, so firstly we need to work on arrow keys, that is left, right, top, bottom. Okay, so we need to insert the events. Okay, so we need to, firstly we need to insert 4 events, that is when arrow key, right arrow, and here is down arrow, and next is left arrow, and here is up arrow. Okay, so we need to write the coding for the keys so that our sprite can move with the help of arrow keys, and one we use for the project to need to start as with the flag, and now we need to use the changes, how our sprite will change when we click move any our sprite with the using the arrow key. So how change value will be changed, so we need to insert the change which you can get from the motion key. Okay, so we need to insert right positive and left -10. Okay, So similar with the down -10 and up is positive. Now we need to use the control, that is if we need to use the condition. Okay, if if. So here we are working on the two conditions, that is whenever our sprite touches the red line and whenever our sprite touches the edges. So we need to insert 2if because we are working on the two conditions. Okay, so insert if in the all conditions. Okay, so next is if. What are the condition? Touching the edge. Touching means sensing. Okay, so we need to use touch condition if touching the edge. You need to select here edge. If it will touch edge, then what will? We need to use the moment. So firstly we will insert the touch condition in the four arrow keys. Okay, so now set it mouse pointer to the edge this way, set all to edge. Okay, so now we need to use the movement again, that is how our sprite will move. So firstly insert, go to, again and all, go to, and this, and go to up arrow keys. Okay, so again because it is used for the movement of the sprite, so we can also include this in the below part also. So we can set the value accordingly how our sprite will be moved. Okay, so you can also change the value. It will depend upon the our background and the thickness of the lines. So next we need to use the again sensing, that is touch color, that is because our lines is of red color, so we need to use here red color. Okay, so you can use this, you can also set here as red and you can directly use them if touching color red in the all conditions, touching red. Okay, so one we need to use also here, go to X, go to related with the moments, go to X and Y coordinates, we need to work on this. So this is the actually coding of our project. Okay, so firstly we will start with this, and if any changes will be required, so we will do that. Okay, so I start with the flag button. So to run the project, click on this. So now press the arrow key. Firstly you need to move upward. So as I can see, my project is not running well. There is some mistake. So I need to change the values, that is accordingly we need to set the values. Okay, So next start for again -133. So again try to play the sprite. So it is not coming back. So there is any error, that means it is not recognizing the color. So we need to set color accordingly. We can also check the color in the backdrop, whatever the color we have used, in the backdrop paint. If color is not matched, then your project will not work. Okay, so you can check your color here. So here you can set the color, like I have used brightness. Brightness I need to set, that is 94. Saturation I need to set according to, you can set any actually. Okay, but we need you need to check your color should be same so that it can work well. Okay, so I have worked with brightness 94, saturation 65. Okay, so this, now come back on the coding portion, and now as you can see, so this is, so now it's time to run the project. Here is some changes. Actually, by default, by mistake, I have taken here X. You can replace it with the change Y here also. Okay. And now start run. Okay, so play with slowly, like this. Move the sprite using the arrow key. If it touch the edge, like this, so it will come back, like here. If it will touch the edge, it will come back. So my project is running well. So I need to carefully move like this. My sprite is moving. So this is the game I have created. So I need to move and avoid the lines to touch to reach the destination. So as whenever I reach to the end, my game will be complete. So here you can make the changes in the game also. I have used here simple lines. You can create this by using the different puzzles. Okay, so yay! So you can also include the, if I reach the destination, you can also include the other backdrops for the winning. Okay, so this is the your project.